that time. It's January 7th, 8th, and we've got a show coming up on February 1st in Lexington, Kentucky, at the All Tech Arena. In Lexington, Kentucky, at the All Tech Arena. That's coming up, and then April 5th we'll be in Sturgis, Kentucky. Guys, pretty excited. If you can't tell behind me, there's a ton of snow. In South Central Kentucky normally don't get snow, so there's that. So we're dealing with that, and I'm gonna go pick up one of the quads today, my main one, the blue and yellow one. I'm gonna go pick that up today, get it back here to the shop, and start getting her dialed, getting her tuned up, ready to race. I know the battery trapped in it. It's been sitting for a bit, so I'm sure I'll probably have to do a little adjustment on the carburetor. Make sure the carburetor does carburetor things. If you'll make it happen, it works. I need four-wheel drive because I'm spinning right now. So anyways, I figured I'd bring y'all along. It's been a little bit. Work's been crazy. I know. Sorry I ain't been putting out any content. Work's been ridiculous, to say the least. Instead of doing the 3 days on and 4 off, I've been doing 4 on and 3 off. See where that gets us. I'll be right back. A guy has got a backup camera, and I haven't had time to hook it up. That would be a whole lot easier if I had another person to help me or a backup camera. Any hoosing way, we're hooked up. I got a few things I gotta load up that I'm taking up to storage. I'm gonna load that stuff up real quick, and then make sure I didn't leave the keys on the freaking trailer. I'll lose them in the snow. And then I'm gonna head up there, and we're gonna unload the few boxes here, and swap out for the four-wheeler, bring the four-wheeler back, and figure out what a guy's gotta do to get ready. I'm not gonna be able to make that tight turn in four-wheel drive, I'll tell you that. Whoop, off into the ditch. All right, let's see what we got here. I'll be back with you. All right. Well, after cleaning off the in-laws' car for them, now I'm ready to go. Got my few boxes loaded up. I'm doing my gloves. I turn the floor. Okay. So we are good to go. I'm gonna swap out some boxes for a four-wheeler, and then come back home, get her in the garage, and put the battery on the charger, see if she comes back to life. She should come back around. Battery's not that old. Guy's hopeful. But, oh no, my paperwork. I opened the window and a bunch of snow came in on all my paperwork. He's talking about not being prepared. Man, I just wasn't ready for this. That's 1 billion degrees in here. Anywho's anyway, I'm really excited. These races coming up. You know, I was really hoping I'd get to race more and being down south and closer to more of the venues and stuff, but I'm still not close enough because a lot of them are in like Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas, which is still about a 12-hour drive. And I'm not complaining. I love the shift that I got. But now with race season coming, I almost kind of wish I'd have got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday shift instead of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because then I'd really be able to race, because I could leave Thursday or Friday, make the drive, and have time. So, you know, I'll take it though. I can always take off on a Friday and maybe work Tuesday or something to make up for it. But it's one thing GM does right, and that's heaters. Holy catfish. Woof, May, it's hot in here. So anyways, we're going to get the blue and yellow quad. We're going to get her back home. Get her tuned up, dialed in, ready to go. I'm going to grab my merch, grab my racing tubs with my gear, helmet, boots, all that stuff. A guy's thinking about switching it up this year. You know, I'm known for my neon yellow outfit, racing gear, and I think I'm going to switch it up this year. FRX came out with, I think it's 2023, it might have been 2024 design, but I think it was 2023 design of a dark frog. It's blue. It's really cool looking. So a guy might switch it up a little. I don't know yet for sure, though. I really like the neon yellow because it matches, and I'm known for the neon yellow. But I've been just thinking about a lot of different stuff and trying to stay motivated. This winter is not what I expected. It's a little more rough than I had pictured, and I'm having a hard time keeping my head in the game about racing. So I just got to think about that and think about the summer to come. And I'm new down here, right? We totally transplanted from Illinois to Kentucky, and I know nobody. I'm not in any car show scenes down here. I have no contacts down here, but I want to try to get involved. I want to get more involved. Now, working as a Leo down here, I'm meeting lots of people, which is good. And I'm hoping that is going to lead me into more things to where I can maybe get my hand in the cookie jar for some of the car show stuff and local-ish events. So the town I live in is extremely small. We don't really do a whole lot here. I've joked about it before in the past, and when I first got down here talking to people, you know, everybody pretty much, I'd ask and say, hey, what is there to do around here? Your guy's bored, right? And they'd always ask the same questions. You into sports? No. You into drinking? No. You into doing drugs? No. Well, good luck. Fishing and hunting. It's really all you got. So I have been fishing a bit. If you guys, you know, go back and you'll see some of the fishing videos. But I'm having a hard time staying motivated. So I think about what could be, what is coming, and that's what I'm getting at is that's what's keeping me motivated, right? That's what's inspiring me to keep going, rather than just hanging it up, selling most of the race stuff off. I'd probably keep one, just keep one dirt bike, one four-wheeler, maybe the mini bikes, you know, and just keep it at that for just recreational toys, and just hang up the race suit. But I don't want to, because that really, it's something I really enjoy doing. The thrill of being out there in front of a bunch of people and being able to do what I love, riding, it's second to none. It's a drug that I just can't explain to you, and it's legal. So, you know, that's what's inspiring me, that's what's motivating me, and that's where I just got to keep thinking of what could be rather than what it is right now. We're in South Central Kentucky, and there's snow on the ground. They literally shut stuff down the other day, and they had what little crews out that they could and that they have, cleaning up snow. And so anyways, I'm excited. I guess, long story short story long, whatever. I guess I'm just excited to get the quad home and be able to work on it. I finally have a heated shop now, which is really nice. Still slowly working my way into it. I made a bunch of room. I'm trying to figure out how to word this so it doesn't sound like I'm trashing somebody. I made a bunch of room, and somebody came behind me, and it's his, so I can't say anything, and messed it all up again. And the agreement was that I could use part of the shop for working on the four-wheelers and stuff when I have a race and whatever, and maybe bring the bagger home come summer so I can ride the bagger. So I got a little frustrated, and that kind of maybe put me down a little bit too, you know, like I did all that work, I made all the room, I cleaned and sorted, made room to be able to bring one of the four-wheelers home, and then that happened, and then I went through and did it again, and now that it's kind of crappy out and cold, fingers crossed, that'll keep him in the house for a bit. Hate to say that, but it is what it is. And there's no talking, there's no talking to him about it. It just turns into an argument. So fingers crossed, if it's already there, he ain't gonna say much about it, and I don't think he will, but we shall see. Any Houston way. February 1st, Lexington, Kentucky, All Tech Arena. Pretty excited. April 5th, Sturgis, Kentucky. Can't remember the name of the venue there, but it's in Sturgis, Kentucky. It's at some expo and fairground center on Pryor Road or something like that. But I'll, you know, it'll be in the description. I'll put up the flyer for it, you know, all that rigmarole. What was that noise? So yeah, that's where we're at with things, and we're gonna get the quad home, and then it's gonna open up a door for more content now too, because I can record working on the quad and getting the race ready and getting my gear ready. I got a new floor for the trailer. I'm dumb though. I had plenty of really nice weekends that I could have pulled the trailer up to the garage and installed it, but I didn't. And now we have this 25 degrees in southern central Kentucky and snow on the ground. So that's my own fault. Can't be mad at anybody but myself, and that's fine. It is what it is. But I did get a new floor for the trailer, so I'll be happy to install that. I'll probably show you guys that. We'll do a video on it. You know, here's the thing on that. When I really wanted the checkerboard floor. I had plenty of buddies and seen plenty of pictures online that guys who had race trailers and they had the nice black and white checkerboard floor, and I absolutely loved it, right? So I said, all right, well, let's do that. Well, if you know me, you know I'm impatient. And it was just taking way too much time to thoroughly scrub, clean, and primer the wood floor in the trailer. So I only did a small spot. I did maybe half the trailer. And by doing that, only half of the floor panels stuck. They're 12 by 12 or 10 by 10, whatever. That's my fault for being impatient. I learned my lesson. I tried to be cheap and quick about it, and I shouldn't have. So this time I spent $160 on a full piece, all one piece, of 6mm thick vinyl flooring. It's blue diamond plate. Pretty excited about that. I could have done black, could have done silver, but I wanted to do the blue because I wanted it to be a little brighter in there. That's why I did the bright LED lights, and that's why I did white walls, so it would be bright in there so it's not so drum. And if you got to hang out in the trailer, I haven't put a window in it yet. I haven't put a skylight in it yet. I plan to. I plan on putting a window on the long side, and then I plan on putting a window in the door as well. So I wanted it to be bright in there, so it wasn't so like drab and dreary if you had to hang out in there during a race, in between shows or something. One last year, Grays Lake, Illinois, it started raining, so we had to hurry up and get into the trailer and hide from the rain, because that was the closest thing to the venue was the trailers from where we were, rather than trying to run inside. Outdoor event, but it had an indoor area. But anyways, we're here at the storage unit. I'm going to go ahead and get everything unloaded and get the quad loaded up. Here we go. Well, of course, the batteries are dead and everything. Got a flat tire on the four-wheeler, so we're getting that aired up right now. And then, yeah, we're going to get her loaded up. We're going to get things switched out, and I'm going to find my race gear, which I think I know where most of it is here. I need to grab my extra parts, and I think I need to replace a clutch cable on this, change the oil, and I think that was it on this, charge the battery, but I think that's it on the blue one. I know the black and pink one needs tie rod ends, charge the battery, and an oil change as well. So we've got a little bit of maintenance to do, and we're going to go ahead and get that knocked out. Yep. I don't care how bad things get for me. I will not sell that bike. That bike will be with me forever. Now, there's video on this bike, but I've wanted this bike for a very long time and finally had the opportunity to get it, and I got it. And there's a whole story behind it, but nonetheless, this is the one I was talking about on the way here, that if I decided to get out of racing, I would probably sell it. It's being a manual. My other half won't ride it. She's uncomfortable with manual clutches, so I'd probably either sell it and buy her an automatic or try to trade it for an automatic. I'll never get rid of that. Debatable. That, on the other hand, is going to be up for sale. If you know anybody looking for an LT50, it's an 87 $500 and not even make. I'd lose money if I did it, but nonetheless, that one's going to be up for sale. I got brand new tires ready to go for that. The rear ones are on, just need to install the fronts. But anyways, we're going to get this thing loaded up. And here's where I messed up. I was in such a hurry to get over here and get this done today. It's my last day off before I got to go back to work, and I forgot the ramps. Wonderful. I think I ate my Wheaties. See if I still got it. I ain't as young as I once was. Oh, too easy. Too easy. Guess who needs ramps? I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. Alright, well, she's loaded up. For right now, I'm just going to take this back. I usually take either the pit bike or the mini bike with me to races to get around on. For right now, those are easy. I can throw them in the bed of the truck. So for right now, I'm just going to take this back to the house. I'm going to get it strapped down and head back and get everything else loaded back up in the storage unit. Who needs ramps? Well, I'm going to feel that tomorrow. Remember, lift with your back, not your legs. You're going to need those to walk home. I realized I sounded really ungrateful just a few minutes ago, and I'm not. I'm extremely grateful for my in-laws and what they're doing for us, but at the same point in time, I'm one of those kind of guys. Say what you mean what you say. You know, don't tell me what I want to hear and lie to me. And I'm not saying he lied to me. I'm just saying that, you know, things aren't working out the way we originally discussed. But nonetheless, enough of the negative, more positive inspiration. I tell you what, moving down here for me has been good and bad. I'm extremely happy down here, kind of away from all the drama of Illinois. I'm a really big gun guy, so it's really nice not having to worry about any of that nonsense up there anymore. Kentucky's a pretty gun-friendly state, and I'm really happy about that. Mentally, it's been an adjustment. How do I say this? It's been an adjustment mentally because I don't have anybody down here. I've got my wife and her family, which is a blessing. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about that. One of the guys I work with there. I'm happy about that. But, you know, having your go-to people, right? Having your clique, you know, needing help with something and just being able to pick up the phone and, hey, bud, I got this going on. Can you give me a hand? Sure, no problem. I'll be there in an hour type thing. Down here, I don't have that. I took a pretty big hit financially with the job, with work. 60% pay cut moving down here, doing what I'm doing, which is a huge kick in the pants, let me tell you. So it's been an adjustment. Now, we don't have a big house payment to worry about, which is a blessing, but we also, you know, we still have bills, and you get comfortable making X amount of dollars, and then it goes away, and it makes it a little rough for a guy, for anybody, right? So we've had to adjust some things in our lifestyle and our living, and I guess I'm happy, and I should feel blessed that I was able to find a job right away, got hired on the spot for the county, and I should feel, I do feel blessed that I'm able to continue racing, given, you know, the opportunity once again for the 2025 race season to race along with Monster Truck Wars and Quad Wars, which has just been Harper Motorsports, a great guy to work with. Chris Bartlett, he's the team captain for Quad Wars. Him and his wife Heather, great people to work with, to ride with. They never disappoints. And me you know, I've said it 1,000 times, and we sound like a broken record. Monster trucks have been a part of my life my whole life. Always went to monster truck shows as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Now as an adult, I'm living that dream and being able to go out and be a part of the events. I'm not behind the wheel of a monster yet. I one day maybe, right? I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping. There's been a few opportunities presented, but I have a family and I can't live on the road, you know, 6-7 months out of the year. I just can't do it. So you got to start small, and a lot of times they look for, you know, drivers and people to help set up the monsters, and just kind of work in the pit crew and tire up the trucks, tire down the trucks, you know, work on them in the pits, help set up the track, you know, help with merchandise. Speaking of merchandise, if you like the hat, they're for sale. $15. Holler at me, Thriller Miller Racing 46 on Facebook. It's easy to find. Just type in Thriller Miller 46 Racing, blue and yellow. Can't miss it. Just DM me there. Leave a comment below if you're interested, and we can exchange emails, and we'll get you set up. I have other items as well. But anywho's in way, there's ways to get into it. And I can't do it, unfortunately. So I don't know that my day will ever come. I might be able to get to move one, but being able to go out on the track with one, I don't know if that day will ever come for me. I mean, a guy can hope, right? I've made a lot of contacts in the monster truck world, which is awesome. Friends with a lot of drivers now. I love it, you know. I love being able to have that experience and be a part of something bigger, right? And you know, I give a lot back with my career, what I've chose to do in life for work, and doing it for the monster trucks is we're going out and racing. I get to have fun. None of us do this for the money because it doesn't pay very well. When you know, count in gas there to and from the venue, if you have to stay overnight in a hotel, you're probably spending money. Not to mention the cost to get started, right? A guy was lucky and was able to, you know, kind of fall into my quads. I mean, I've spent a lot of money on them. Don't get me wrong. You know, I probably got close to 20 grand wrapped up in 2 quads, which isn't a lot in retrospect, because that's, you know, I mean, a brand new quad will run you 12-13 grand, but I don't have that money. I don't have that credit to be able to go buy a brand new quad and then, you know, have another 20 to stick into it, right? So I bought some older units that are good running and are fast, and I've honed my skills up north when I had the track on the property, which I miss a lot. So I was blessed for that. I was able to just go out and tinker and test and tune, and I had a track in my back of my property there, to where I could go out and get used to sliding, because I've ridden dirt bikes my whole life, and getting used to sliding the quad in the corners and powering through it. That's, you know, a lot different than dirt bikes in a sense, right? You pick a rut and you hold her wide, right? Four-wheelers, it's, you know, you slide through the corners. It's a lot of drifting, which I have a lot of fun doing. If you go back to 2 years ago on my YouTube, Princeton, Illinois, Overdrive Monster Truck Tour, you'll see that. You'll see, you know, the sliding around that we do. Probably in some more recent videos from maybe Milwaukee. I think there's some pretty good shots of the quads in front of me sliding. I can't win all the time, right? But there's multiple videos you can watch, or just Google it. But anyways, I was blessed to have a track on my property. Now I don't have that now. So can I ride my four-wheeler? Yeah, we're out in the sticks. Nobody cares. My nephew's been riding my 230 dirt bike around in the summer. He was riding it around almost every weekend. So can I ride? Yeah. Do I have somewhere where I can actually practice? No, unfortunately not. But a guy, you know, I mean, we'll go out. It'll all come right back. So I raced, the last time I raced was May of 24. So it'll be pert near a year, February, March, April, May. Well, pert near a year, almost a year from racing to the next race, from the last race to the next race. But I did some riding in between. But now I'm rambling. So anyways, inspiration, motivation, it's the feeling I get when I go out on the track and see all those people cheering and hooting and hollering for me. My buddy BK Moody, we did the Grace Lake, Illinois show, and he hyped me up so big. It was such an awesome feeling. You know, he got on the McBride, Thriller, Miller. You know, it was a great feeling, right? Down in Champaign-Urbana, I took a corner hard. The announcer kind of talked me up a little bit. I'm usually the home team guy. I'm usually the good guy in the events. And he talked me up, and I made myself look dumb. And I kind of, you know, it was kind of a kick in the pants. I come in the corner hot. My foot slipped. My foot slipped off the foot peg and went up under the front wheel, in between the front wheel and front fender, and sucked me in, and I lost the one-on-one race with the team captains, the grudge match, if you will, that we call it, you know. So I felt a little stupid, not gonna lie, getting talked up like that and gassed up, and to, you know, go out and look dumb. But it happens, right? I mean, it is what it is. But I'm having fun. At 40 years old, I'm still out here racing. I don't do it for the money. I do it for me. I do it for the exhilaration of being able to do it. And I do it for the fans. I love it. It's just something, it releases, I don't know what it is, dopamine maybe? Not serotonin. Serotonin is the thing that makes you sleep. But whatever that natural chemical in your body is, it's just a great feeling all around to be able to go out and put on a good show and do something you love and see the reaction of the crowd. And it's a great feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If you ever get the opportunity, and you're into racing four-wheelers, you're into riding four-wheelers, you don't have to be a good racer. Just go have fun. I got my best friend Hans. He's a far better rider on bikes, on two wheels, than I am. And I've tried and tried and tried to get him to come race with me. And he just won't. And he says, I'm too worried, man. I don't want to go out there and look like an idiot. Bro, who cares? Go out and have fun. That's all that matters. Just go have fun. That's what it all comes down to. Anyways, I got to get this quad unloaded. The video is going to end up getting long, and I don't want it to be because it's going to take forever to upload. So I think this is where we're going to kill it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, I really appreciate you guys. If you're in Lexington area, February 1st, stop out to the All-Tech Arena, Monster Truck Wars. Google it up. Everything will be in the description down below. If you're in or around Sturgis, Kentucky, April 5th, look up Monster Truck Wars. Look at the schedule. Hook it up. Go. Enjoy the show. It is an incredible time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, I really appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.